I'm recording this for everybody, so this will be sent out in an email after the end here. So I want everybody to know that there will be a recording going on, and I'm going to try to look at the chat as much as possible and have people tell me what's going on. And I'm just waiting for Ashley, who's here to help me with all the goodies on the side to fix the screen here. The last thing I need is, I think we're good. So Ashley, if you're ready, here we go. So this is crazy. I love this. I am so excited. I cannot believe you're all here. I don't even know who's here now. I messed it up, but it'll all be fixed later. But the reason I decided to do this is because, oh gosh, I already could cry. I have had a lot of stress in my life, and always the holidays is the time you're supposed to show up and be happy and ready and showing off all the things you have in your life with your kids and your family and stuff. And about 10 years ago, it was 10 years ago right now, I got a divorce. I got separated. And I remember the Christmas going, how am I going to do Christmas? I've done it the same way for the last 10 years, and I wasn't doing it right because that's what led me to a divorce. But it also led me to so much happiness down the road as I started seeing all the gifts I was receiving when I went through all of this. And of course, it was all because I learned some amazing techniques, and I learned how to de-stress, and I learned to have a lot of fun. And that is what the law of attraction says. If you want to attract things in your life, and I wanted to attract positive things, then you need to learn some techniques to really go out there and do it and attract what you are. So every time you walk out that door, if you're in a bad mood, you're going to attract more people in a bad mood. And if you're in a great mood, I mean, everybody's going to be in a great mood. And you're not going to believe, you're like, how did I attract this? And you have to start looking at yourself going, pat yourself on the back. I did it. I'm really doing great. So I created this free class today as a gift from me to you. So you can also receive these gifts that I'm going to share for you. And if you like it and want to make some really big changes in your life, then I would love to have you on my 4-week program. And we will walk you through this each week to make it even easier for you to have a lot of ways to take the stress out of your life every week. And then we're going to have a Facebook group, and we're going to have, we're just going to have this really great, we call is momentum. We're going to work on the momentum of releasing the stress and bringing in the tips that we have that I've learned over the last 10, 15 years. And with that, we're going to have some homework that's fun. I don't believe in bad homework. I only believe in good homework. And so we'll do fun homework during the week. We'll share on Facebook. And then I have prizes, and I have lots of prizes. So we need to go to the next screen here. So this is me. I go by KK because at one time there was a lot of Catherines in my life, and everybody said, which Catherine are you? So I said, let's get rid of that and just call me KK. So I've been life coaching for 10 years. I'm a public speaker. I'm a yoga meditation instructor. I use my yoga every day in my life, and that's what I'm be teaching right now, is taking yoga off the mat and back into your world on a daily basis. So you can say, I'm doing yoga, but off the mat. I'm a meditation teacher for 10 years. I manifested a baby by finding meditation. And everything else, I've meditated for years and years to bring in a lot of amazing things. And then the most wonderful thing in my life is I have a successful insurance business, and I have an amazing office manager, Gail, who's online here too. been with me for 20 years, and we've been on this road together. It's been amazing. And when I found my purpose in life with helping people through the insurance agency, it led me to this coaching. I feel like every time I pick up the phone for my insurance agency, I'm always coaching. And so to be able to take that in a place that actually helps people find joy and manifest their dreams, that's exactly what I want to be doing. So I'm going to teach you really in this hour, this will be an hour long, how to find a little peace and balance in your life this holiday season. So go to the next slide here as I'm working this machine. So a little bit about me is I have, so in the corner where you see me with a hat on, that's my son, and that's what a typical 15-year-old picture looks like. He doesn't ever want to be in the photographs. He has been my, he's one of the most amazing kids you could ever have. He had cancer at 2 years old, and he has had 10 major surgeries. And we have lived over 100 or more days in the hospital. So I learned to find my peace in a hospital room. This is, I think, where my calling came for, because I remember saying, why is this happening? And I said, don't ask the why, just accept what it is. But it taught me a lot about people and how you really can, who you can count on in your life. And it's never who you expect to be sitting right next to you when you're going through your major issues in your life. And so that's what I love to share with people, what we're at. And then if you see up above, the picture of me of my Allstate agency is my partner, Peter, who I manifested. We're going on 6 years. And the reason why he has Stanford, holding Stanford, is because he had a heart transplant this year. And we manifested him a heart. Well, I taught him how to manifest a heart because he had 4 opportunities for hearts. The first 3 was me manifesting this heart constantly, and every time they would put him in surgery, and then they would call me an hour later saying it didn't work out, the heart wasn't the right heart. And so he was in the hospital for 3 months, and after the second month I stopped manifesting. I said, it's not my story, he needs to learn how to do this himself. And so he and I had I don't know what you want to call it, a moment where I said, enough is enough. Do you want a heart? And he goes, I don't know. And I said, okay, if you don't know, then I'm leaving. And I left, and I walked around Stanford for a little bit. And then I came back in the room and I said, you want a heart? And he goes, I think so. And I said, okay, I still don't believe you. I don't think anybody else does. So I left the room and walked around again. And then the third time I walked in the room and I said, you want a heart? And he said, yeah. And I said, okay. And he says, I think you need to calm down. And I said, I think I need to calm down too. And so we got on Netflix and we watched The Secret, which he had never seen. And if you are of a law of attraction, someone who's seeked law of attraction, The Secret is an amazing, amazing movie. I highly recommend it to everybody. And he watched it that night. And that night he took an affirmation from the movie, wrote it on his board, and the next morning he called me and he said, he was at the hospital, I was at home. He says, I have a heart. And I said, I know you have a heart. And he goes, no. He was like crying, I have a heart. And I said, I know you have a heart. Because he finally realized what he needed to do to manifest his heart. And that was like one of those moments like, okay, we're getting this. Everybody's getting it. And then this cute little dog, the reason I put him up is I manifested him too. I decided I wanted a small dog that was senior, and ended up looked it on petfinder.com, and he showed up on our life, and he's like the most special thing ever. So that's a little story about my life. So if we go to the next screen here. So what I ask is, I'm so blessed that we have 15 people here online today. This is amazing. If you stick around to the end, I'm going to be giving away some really great prizes. That'll be your chance to ask frequent asked questions about what maybe I haven't expressed that you want to have questions at. This is recorded, so you can share this with your friends later. And then, of course, ask questions in the chat feature. So as I say that, if everybody would take the time to write in there, how did you hear about us? Was it through an email or Facebook or Instagram or an ad, or just so I know, because I want to know how I get to know you better. So if you could all write that, and maybe you could list where you're located, that would be really fun for all of us. And then we'll, as everybody's sharing, hopefully I haven't muted the chat. Maybe I have. So I don't know. I'm still learning this whole computer system. So we'll go to the next screen and talk about. So as everybody's, I'm going to finish watching everybody typing here. So one of the things about stress is it causes major disease. I totally believe this. And I also know that we can't get around all our stress. There's always stress every day of our life. And honestly, I feel like if you need a little stress, or you might not even want to be on this planet anymore. But it's really important that we all try to find a little peace in our life every day. So what I'm going to be teaching today is, and throughout this series, is meditation. And so what we'll be doing today is this week, I'm going to be teaching a 30-second meditation. And then the next week, I'll teach a 5-minute meditation, and then I'll teach 15-minute meditations that you guys will be able to do as your homework. Your homework is you're going to have to do meditation, and you're going to share back with all of us. So what I'd like you to do right now, since no one can see, or I can't see you, what we're going to do now is we're just going to do a 30-second meditation. And what I'd like you to do, if you feel comfortable, I'd like you to close your eyes. But as you close your eyes, I'd like you to pretend like you're looking out at a distance. So you're looking out to that sunset on the ocean of Hawaii or the Caribbean or wherever you may be. Because when you do that, you're keeping your eyes awake. If you let your eyes fall down like this, that's what you do when you sleep. And if you forget these techniques, it's great, because really meditation is just one way to help you relax. But really, if you need to sleep, you need to sleep. So just close your eyes. And what I'd like you to do, as your eyes are closed with me, I'd like you to breathe in. And I'd like you to breathe out. And I'd like you to breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. And that's a 30-second meditation. And if you can tell already, my tone of voice has gone from a little elevated, excited, having the music on at the beginning, to being in a more relaxed state. And this is my gift to you for people who say, I can't meditate. If you can just do that for 30 seconds, and you literally say, breathe in, breathe out. Maybe you hold your belly, breathe in, breathe out. I learned this from Wayne Dwyer. Some of the best places you can do this is actually in your car. And I've done it in my car at a stoplight. So you're rushing, you get to that stoplight and you didn't make it. So you're like, okay, great. I'm going to be late, whatever. But if that's the time where you need to just close your eyes and you need to do the 3 breaths in and out, and you just need to talk through it. Trust me, if the light turns green, the guy behind you is going to be beeping his horn. But I found I did it the other night it's darker now in our area. With the red lights were on, and when I closed my eyes, and when their lights were off because it was ready to go, I opened up my eyes because I didn't see that glow anymore, and I knew it was time to go. I practiced that all the way home at the lights, and I tell you, when I walked in the door, I was in such a peaceful place, and it really just, I could feel the energy of how this totally changed me. Just working on this practice for reminding myself to teach you guys how to do this. I worked on it for the last 3 days, and I was like, this is amazing. I think everybody can do a 30-second meditation. So let me know how you felt about that meditation, so I can know if that's something you do on a regular basis, or you love it, or you hate it, or, and we can share things like that later on, maybe in the Q&A. So we'll go to the next slide here. So here we are, how to manifest a joyful holiday season. So manifesting is a word that's heard a lot, but it's really, if you walk in the door with a smile on your face and kindness in your heart, and you feel joy, you are going to receive that. It might not be the first person you run into, but you will receive it throughout the day, as long as you keep moving on in that pattern. So I want to share some tips. I have a couple slides here I want to share with you. One is the first class we will be doing in the series is on vision boards. I teach this class over 100 people this year, and I've been able to help people, like, with the energy of what they want, manifest so many amazing things. And later down, I'll show some testimonials of some stories. But I want to share that vision boards will be part of it, or planning will be part of this for the first class. When we go to the next slide, we're going to talk about what is the secret sauce to all this. And for me, I believe it's planning and delegating and being open to new plans. Of course, it's what I'm saying, prepare and plan. Pre-pave is a technique I will be teaching in the class, which will teach you from stinking thinking to positive thinking. And then, Christine, I'm glad you love vision boards. I do too. And what do you want to feel the holiday stress take over? When you feel it take over, I want to give you these techniques now, so you could go, okay, I'm going to go into KK's world, and I'm going to learn to try 2 or 3 things that I teach you tonight that you can use. And if you choose, you really want to go deeper, then I'm going to love it when you're on the journey with us for 4 weeks, and we're going to be on Facebook, and we're going to be talking about these things and stuff. So the next slide will share about, why you don't have to do everything. This is one of the things I always thought, okay, in the perfect world, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I'm going to have the tree up by, Thanksgiving. I'm going to have all the Christmas cards out. And I didn't know how I do it all. And I really didn't know who to ask, because I felt like the people around me when I was married wasn't going to help me. So what I really realized, and I see it more and more in the world, is it's learning to delegate, but it's also to let go of the outcome of delegating. And that's the toughest part. But if you follow your heart and you ask yourself, does this bring me joy? Does it bring me joy getting down the Christmas tree and putting it up by myself? Because if it doesn't, maybe you don't put up a Christmas tree this year. Or does this bring me joy doing Christmas cards? Or does it bring me joy having a party this year? I mean, that's where we're really going to get to the meat of this, is, does it bring me joy? And if it doesn't bring you joy, you need to dump that and drop it and say, I'm not going to do it. And if it really needs to be done, you're going to get in your team. It might be you. It might be if a sister or brother or a family or parents. And who says Casey Allen has 4 trees up already? You rocket, sister. I love it. I wanted to get my tree up by now, but I think it's going to be up by this weekend. Okay, Casey Allen, you better fly yourself out here and put up my tree with me, okay? We can have a party. So, but Casey Allen has a point. She loves trees. And so she has 4 trees up, and wow, 4 trees, that's amazing. And that's someone who loves what she loves to do, and she loves a tree. So I've had, Peter has said, let's get 2 trees. And I look at him like, but now, with the delegation factor, it's okay, you want 2 trees? You can do 1 tree and I'll do another. And then, that goes to the wayside, because that's not going to happen. So when we talk about this on the next slide, we'll talk about the fact that really what I want you to do tonight, you could do it right now, is write down what brings you joy and what doesn't bring you joy. The list of things that you like about a man or a woman and you don't like about a man or a woman, that's what you're going to be putting out there, right? And so the things you love to do, you're going to put on the left side, and on the right side, you say, no, I'm not going to do that. So one other thing about this class, I can tell you, once I started following these principles that I'll be teaching a little bit tonight and then in the 4 weeks, it's going to boost your immune system. I used to get this really dry cough every year, and it usually was, the first time I ever got it was when I got married. So what does that mean? And then I couldn't, and then every year I'd get sick and I would have this bronchitis thing, but the doctor said, no, it's not really, it's a little bronchitis. I don't know. And it would just hold on to me for 3 months, that I literally would walk into my office and people knew it was me coming in the door because I was hacking from my sinuses dripping and there was nothing I could take. And since I've been living this lifestyle, that has gone away. I have positive emotions as I wake up. I think positive things when I go to sleep. I think positive things when I wake up. I changed the momentum of that. We were talking about this earlier on Facebook in another group, is I years ago cleaned up my Facebook account. Around politics season, it really pops up to people I love, but I don't always agree with what they believe in. And so, as we know, we're not supposed to talk about politics or religion. And so when people start talking about those things and I don't like it, I just hide them. I just say, you know what, I love them, I give them peace, but we have different opinions. And when I started doing that, my whole feed became powerful. And the other thing with how Facebook does things, if you start tagging things that you really like, you're going to start receiving more of those things. And so if you like my post, if you keep, and it's not even liking it, you have to, likes are going to go away soon on Instagram and Facebook. And I'm in a group here in Silicon Valley that we talk about these things all the time. But if you write a forward comment on someone's post that you like, you'll start seeing there's more. And the things you don't like, you don't comment on, just ignore it. Just ignore their posts and they will eventually disappear. And I'll tell you, when I wake up and I look at Facebook, I love it. It motivates me. It gives me positive emotions. So the other thing is this is always huge for me because I'm always thinking about creating and visualizing and having things happen, but being in the moment. It's really important to be in the moment with your kids, your parents, your family. I know this is a time where people will be traveling, and we will talk a little bit about traveling in the next couple classes, about how I've handled it and how it was like magical. But one of the best things about traveling is you actually get to be with your family when you're at the airport and stuff. And so if you can appreciate that moment where maybe you have a delay in the airport, instead of going, oh, we got a delay, we're going to be here for 3 hours. If you look at it as like a fun and okay, I got 3 hours of being in the moment with my family. So let's get everybody out of their negative thinking and let's go have a hunt. Let's go look for the cheapest gift we can get grandma. And let's go around and make people smile. And, just work the airport. Within a few hours, your time will be over with and people will be like, I enjoy having you around. What's your name and number? I want to talk to you. And I add them on Facebook. Being in the moment changes everything. Also, this class is for you to decrease your negative emotions. Not everybody is happy. I wasn't happy. 10 years ago, I was not happy. And so I understand that. And I'm not asking you to move from like depression to joy immediately. But if you can try these little tips out, just a few tips out, it will increase you to a higher level. And I will teach you the law of attraction scale of emotions. So you can know you're fine where you are. And if you could go up one level from, being really depressed to pissed off, you're moving in the right direction. The other thing this class has taught me for my living my law of attraction is it has enhanced my relationship. I have an amazing relationship with a man who gets me, who is always, I mean, I was working on this morning with my assistants, and I came downstairs afterwards, and he says, "Did you just have a coaching call?" And I said, "No, I just was working on this class." He goes, "You are so excited and happy, and I love that about you. I love it when you're helping other people." And I was like, well, that's exactly what I want to be doing. I want to be helping everybody to find a little bit more peace. And then lastly, that this class will do for you is I'm hoping it will help you fight your depression. We all have depression at times. I've had it when I was single. I had it when I was dealing with my child's cancer. I had it when I was single again in my divorce. And I know that we all have these, we go up, we go down. And what I tell people, life feels like a roller coaster sometimes, right? And the goal and what I've learned is with the techniques that I've learned and I teach now in my coaching practice, is if you can make them more like a speed bump, it's actually possible. It's actually possible to make things like a speed bump. And I know depression medicine does that as well. And if you need that, please do what your doctor says you need to do. I'm not here to tell you to not do that, because I've needed to take my own medicine at times. But once I started following these gratitude affirmations, I finally found that I wasn't taking the pills anymore, because I'm not a pill taker. And I realized, oh, I hadn't been taking that depression medicine, and I'm like really happy. And I'm like, oh boy, this is wild. And it was exciting because I called my doctor and she's like, "You're doing everything right. You're doing everything right." And I was like, okay, good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So if we go to the next screen, and I have to say that every time because I'm not technical. So I got someone else pushing the buttons because I cannot do this. It's crazy. So what brings me joy? What brings me joy is being with family and friends. And I've asked that question to a lot of people recently. What brings you joy? Because I feel like I want to ask a lot of people so I can make sure we're headed the right direction. And that was the number one thing, being with families and friends. But then when you go deeper into that and you start plugging away, it's sometimes the family and friends that don't bring you joy. And we're going to talk about that because Thanksgiving is coming up and this class is 4 weeks. And Thanksgiving is going to be the dry run for Christmas. So we can practice some of these techniques out so you'll have a different Thanksgiving than you've ever had. So what doesn't bring me joy personally is Christmas cards. I am so over Christmas cards. I think it's a waste of money. I think it's a bragging rights for everybody. I think there's a place for Christmas cards. So here's my philosophy on Christmas cards. This is funny. So we all have face crack, right? Facebook, Instagram, all this stuff. Put your Christmas card out there to everybody. If you want to say Merry Christmas, put it on Facebook. You save a lot of money. But if it really brings you joy, then do it. But start with your mailing list with your 90-year-old ladies on the very top and work your way down. And at the very bottom, you can put my name. At the very bottom, I don't need a Christmas card. I don't even know what to do with your Christmas cards after I get them. I look at them and go, well, I just saw this on Facebook yesterday. Why? I got it in the mail now, But those 90-year-old, 80-year-old, 70-year-old ladies, they love these Christmas cards. It's what they look forward to. And I don't want to take that away from anybody. I think that's the people I would write to. And I have about 8 of them. And I'll just do 8 Christmas cards for them. But everybody else, we're going to put it, you're not getting a Christmas card from me. But you'll see me and I'll write Merry Christmas and probably put something up online that I can share with everybody to actually help them feel better that day. But what I'd like you to get out of this is what brings you joy and what doesn't bring you joy. And really put it out there. I want to manifest more joy. And what I don't want is you to have to manifest more crap in your life. And so whatever that crap doesn't bring you joy or anything, you need to delete it. You need to bye-bye. You needed to give it away. But if you really want to do those Christmas cards, we go to the next screen. I know someone who would love a Christmas card. It's my mother. This is my mother, and this is my father. And they're living in Aptos, and they have a P.O. box over here. My mother has been very depressed a few years because her Christmas cards, which I used to love looking at her Christmas cards, she had this many Christmas cards. And the last few years, it's been getting less and less and less. And she was like, my friends are dying. That's why I'm not getting Christmas cards. And I said, Mother, I don't think your friends are dying. I think I think maybe they have died. I don't know. But you know what? We're not doing Christmas cards anymore, Mom. Let it go. And she's like, I like the Christmas cards. And that's what I said to her. If it brings you joy, you do it, Mom. But everybody else. So if you need to still want to send out Christmas cards, could you do me a favor and send one out to my mom and my dad? They would love it. You could say the Kinney family from your daughter who's crazy on that law of attraction. So if you go to the next screen, I mean, I'm just over the whole Christmas cards. Can you tell? So I want to give you, I think I have 12 steps here on how to be happier. And thank you, Angie. Angie says my mom's getting a card. Thank you. So I'd like you to, if you can try to do this week, there's 12 steps. What I'd like you to do is try to have this, and we're going to send it to you in a follow-up PDF that you can now, it's colorful, you can hang on your door when you walk out the door to remind you. You can put it by your bed. You can put it wherever you want, but this is my gift to you, is I'd like you to consider doing these 12 steps throughout the holiday season. And as I said before, we're going to really cover a lot of these in different ways over the next 4 weeks with the class. But I'd like you to at least exercise 7 minutes a day. And if you are a big exerciser, you go to YouTube and look up New York Times 7-minute exercise. You will love it. There's jumping jacks, there's squats, there's all of these things. If you're like me, I just love to take my dog for a walk and I'm giving myself that 7 minutes of walking in my neighborhood every day. Number 2 to be happier is sleep. I am not pleasant if I don't have sleep. I don't know about you guys, but I am not pretty. I need my sleep. So I have learned that's one of my I have to's in life is sleep. So please make it a big, big point in your life to sleep. Taking naps is another reset for you. So the law of attraction, when I say law of attraction, the people I follow is Abraham Hicks. And what they talk about is if you're in a bad mood or you just know you're tired, it's so important just to take a nap. And if you take a nap, you can recharge yourself and you can actually wake up and feel, to start your day over. Spend time with family and friends. And I wrote, who are nice. We're going to get rid of those not so nice people. We're going to we're not unfriending them, but we're just not following them right now. Let's just think of it like that on Facebook. Follow or unfollow. We're just putting them on the unfollow list. And so if you don't have a chance to go see them, maybe take your list of friends out as you're doing your Christmas cards or not doing your Christmas cards, and maybe circle the people you're going to just call and give them the present of time on the phone. I'd love it if you could get some fresh air. So when you're doing that exercise, maybe get outside and be present and take a look at a great time to walk in the winter time is in the evening when the lights come on for people's homes and stuff, and just going around and looking at the decorations, it really will uplift you. So taking that 7 minutes to walk one way in your neighborhood and then walk another way, or go find a place in your neighborhood where some houses. In our neighborhood in San Jose, there's a really beautiful Willow Glen neighborhood, and there's blocks and blocks and blocks of beautiful decorations. They have themes and stuff. And just make your exercise in the evening for that 7 minutes and walk and feel the energy and feel the joy and put on music. The next thing is helping others. This is key. Leslie Kiefer, if you're still out there. So Leslie Kiefer, who's online, works with seniors, and she put something up on Facebook to collect blankets for seniors. She helps with the senior care at home services, And in the last 3 years, I've had a father-in-law in retirement community, and I had a mother-in-law in rehab and at home. And you gave them a flower and you have thought you just gave them a pot of gold, you know, it just lights them up. And so if you want to help others, that is one great way to do it, is buy some blankets at Costco, or like some baskets that you can bring them to the senior center and say, hey, can you pass these out to people whose maybe families don't live close by? And then they can distribute them to those families. Or if you want to know a name, if you go on my Facebook page, you'll see Leslie Kiefer's address. And it would be so powerful if you can just do something to help others, because it will uplift you by no end. And right, I see Leslie said, yep. So, so number 6 is giving a compliment to everyone you meet. So what I do is I personally, every time I meet someone, I might just look at them. I keep my mouth shut. I just look at them and I just give them a compliment in my head, like, wow, I love that red shirt. Oh, I love her necklace. Oh, I love her hairstyle. And if I really want to, you know, and this is at the grocery store. I'm sitting in the grocery store line and I'm looking at going, wow, that person really has great hair. And oh, I love those red boots she has, and they're really powerful. And I love, if you just did this is like a big one. This is a big one for me. This totally changes my energy. I remember one time I was walking in the grocery store and I saw, like I said, this gal was walking down and I saw these beautiful red boots. And I said, honey, look at that woman with those red boots. They are like amazing. So I walked a little faster and I went up to her and I said, excuse me. I said, I love your red boots. And she turned around and I went, oh, that's Jeannie. Hey, Jeannie, I haven't seen you in years. It was amazing. I didn't just like give her a compliment. I gave it to someone I knew. And I was like, where'd you get those red boots? I got to get some of those red boots. They're great. So if you can take these tips, we'll go to the next screen for 7 through 12. If you could just, like I said, I'm going to send you a PDF on these and put them in your office and in your everywhere, and just pick one, or pick one a day for the next 12 days. So I'd like you to practice smiling. I can't see anybody here. Let's see if I can see anybody. Nope, can't see them there. So I know there's a way to see everybody. I don't know. I guess I blocked it somehow. But if you could all right now just smile, can you feel the energy come up? That would be powerful. So what I'm going to do here, because I need to figure out how to. Okay. So maybe I need someone to help me here. Let's see. Okay, Carrie, I'm going to have Casey tell me what she can see. Was all the videos off? I have Angie here and here telling me if all the videos are off. So everybody turn your videos on for me so I can see this. And if you guys want to know where you can donate stuff, Leslie Kiefer just put her email. And this is recorded so you can get the information too, and I can share that as well. I still don't see anything. So, because I just want to see everybody's faces. Well, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Maybe you can always see, oh, look at, I see somebody. There's Gail. There's Gal. Hi, Gal. Are you in the car? She might be in the car driving. So how do I add everybody else here? You don't know. There's Gal's iPhone. So I don't know. That's so funny. I'm sorry. This is not my forte, technology. So maybe there. Hey, oh, by the way, I can see everybody now. Look, I see. It's like Miss Marianne. I can see Casey. I see Jamie. I see Leslie. I see Christine. This is exciting for me. Like, woo! There's Angie. Oh boy! Now I don't know how to get back to that other screen though. Oh, there's Nancy. Hi, Nancy. Oh, this is great. See, I knew you were out there. I kept seeing pop. Oh, now I got 22 people in there. I don't know where everybody is, but oh no, there's 22 messages. So how do we go back? There we go. Oh, wrong screens. Okay, here we go. Okay. Thanks, Ashley. So number 8, plan a trip. So this is a great tip. And it drives my boyfriend crazy, but he'll go, I'm gonna get some water here, drink. We'll be flying back from wherever we were, and then I'll pull out the little magazine in front, which I'm big into vision boarding, as I said. And I'll go, where are we going next? And he's like, where are we going next? We're going home. And I go, nope, we're not going home. Where are we going next? I want to go somewhere else. And he's like, no, we're going home. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm going somewhere else in my head. But what I highly recommend if right now is you start planning your trips for 2020. It could even be just to your local beach. We live by Monterey here, or San Francisco. I'm going to San Francisco for the second week class. I'll be teaching the class in San Francisco because I'll be staying up there for a few days. So that's where I'm looking forward to. But plan a trip somewhere will really increase your energy. You can go on YouTube, you can like research it. And what is it? Oh, the beach. It snowed in Nashville last night. Woo, 19 degrees, Casey. That's kind of cold. Come to California, girl. It's warm here. And so planning a trip just changes your energy and brings that smile on your face, you know, and you just then you go on YouTube. I was going to Greece, had no idea where I was going because that's a whole other crazy story, but I was flying to Greece and getting on my friend's sailboat, and I don't know where they were taking us. And so I just went on YouTube because they said we're going to go to Corfu. And I said, okay, I don't know anything about Corfu. So I just put Corfu on for the day. And I just watched them talk about Corfu all day long on YouTube. And it was really fun. And I tell people, if you're just looking, even if you want to have a staycation and you want to go to Greece, put it on YouTube. How to travel. I think I watched this one video, how to travel in Greece and Santorini for like $10 a day. And this young man, he stayed at a youth hostel, and he even got a beer for the day, and he took the bus, and it's fun. It is really, really fun to plan trips. And when you come back and you're in that place where I got to go back home, and I left that house a mess, and I don't want to go, I start planning my next trip, and it changes my energy when I go home. So to be happier is really the key. The key for the law of attraction is to meditate. And so many people want to attract positive in their life, and they want to manifest things. I'm sorry to say, honestly, if you will get things, you know, but you won't get the right things. You might get that car, but then you find out you can't afford that car later on. So the key to the law of attraction is to meditate. And as we did that 30-second meditation, it's simple as doing 30-second meditations throughout your day. I'm going to teach a 2-minute meditation next time in your bed. I'm going to teach a 15-minute walking meditation. Of course, we won't be walking, but I will teach you where to find it, how to do it. And we might just listen to it for a couple minutes so you can hear how it really will change you. So when you're out looking at Christmas lights, we will have a meditation that you will listen to, and you will be in the mood, and you then will report back on Facebook how it's helped. And the key with the Facebook closed group is you're going to be able to talk to others about your strategies and how they worked, and how you can, then maybe that will motivate you to try them out. And I promise you, with this group, there will be so much momentum that you will feel it like take over. You're like, okay, this is good. And then we'll have a party. The fourth week will be putting it all together and having a party, and I'll make everybody get together. So number 10 is move closer to work. So everybody, we all have our things. And this was one of my important things. I always wanted to live as close as possible to work. And so, you know, the key is, if you can't do it, it's to learn to distract yourself in the car. Books on tape. Found out like the libraries in my neighborhood, Saratoga, Campbell, they have so many books. Is it books on tape anymore? I don't even think it's called that anymore. I don't even know. but you know, you can download the books and stuff. And just it distract yourself. I do not listen to news. I do not listen to I listen to a little bit of radio, but it's going to be uplifting radio. And then otherwise, I listen to YouTubes. That's my thing, and podcasts in the car constantly because it totally changes your mind. And I will find some podcasts for you guys to listen to in the next 4 weeks that change me over the week. Hopefully, will change you and give you tips to really, you know, move you forward. Um, we'll practice gratitude. I'm going to teach you the process of gratitude and how important it is. We'll talk about that Thanksgiving week, because when is it really the time to talk about it? Is the holiday season of Thanksgiving. So we'll have some gratitude practices we'll work on. And actually tomorrow is, what did I see? It's something about acts of, what is it? Does anybody remember seeing this post I just saw earlier today? It's acts of alarm. Okay. So it's acts of giving. So it's tomorrow's, and I can't remember. I'll put it up on my page later so you can see it. But tomorrow is that day. And if we do it, I mean, we've got 16 people here. We've got 40 people who've signed up who will watch this later. 40 people making that difference. It's a huge thing. And just being in gratitude is a huge thing, of feeling it both ways. And then complimenting yourself. You are a really good person. You are amazing. And doing that on a regular basis, just looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, I'm pretty good. I got all this stuff done. Woohoo, you know, and celebrating you. That's the best thing you can ever do. So we're almost at the end of this meeting, so we got to go to the next screen. So like I said before, we're going to talk about a 30-second meditation, 2-minute meditation, 30 seconds at the light, 2 minutes is in your bed or before you go into the mall. I'll teach you one of those. A 15-minute meditation and a 30-minute meditation or more. I actually go right before Christmas to an 8-hour meditation, and I'll explain about that and how you can do an 8-hour meditation. And you guys are probably like, no way. But I'll teach you, it's not just about meditation. It's about journaling and just getting grounded and stuff. So so one of the things, the reason I wanted to do this, this event, this free one, this is my way of giving back to you a little peace and a little joy, because I find that as all the Christmas decorations kept popping up at Costco before Halloween and at the grocery store, I was like, no, and on Facebook, like, no. So I said, you know what? No more ho-ho. No, it's going to be ha-ha-ah, and it's going to be finding our laughter and our joy. And so I'm having this 4-week program to make the holidays more enjoyable for your soul and for those around you love. So I'm hoping that if you found this beneficial and you want to know more, I promise you, you're going to be uplifted and you're going to be moving and you're going to be shaking. And the classes will probably be an hour, a little bit over an hour, as we get the momentum going, and the Facebook will be going as well. But I promise you, this will, when you're thinking about what kind of present you want to receive this year, if we would all receive a little bit more peace and a little bit more joy and having the coping skills to really share this to ourselves and we share it to the world, it'll be amazing. So we're just going to go over class 1 will be on visualization process, what brings you joy, the vision boards. I'll have a planner and we'll be telling a different story. And I'll teach you that. And I'll teach you my bathtub story of Christmas that manifested me, Peter. And then on class 2, it's Thanksgiving week. So we're going to work on it's like your dry run, you know, and it will be the practice of being in the holidays with your family in a different way than you've done it in the past. So we'll work on gratitude, and pre-paving is taking that stinking thinking into a different thinking of positive. We'll use affirmations, and you'll be able to use these techniques on Thanksgiving Day. And then class 3 is the first week of December, where I don't know about you, but I've already got 3 parties coming towards me. So you're going to, how to handle a party. Should I stay? Should I go? How do I do it? How do I do it as a single person? How do I do it as in a couple and the other person doesn't want to go, and how do you handle that? We're also going to talk about money. I work on manifesting money in my process, and so we'll be talking to you about who to buy presents for, why you want to buy presents, what you want to do. Maybe you want to not do presents, and that's okay. I had one year I just did the present of time, a time with a friend. And we'll work on kindness techniques, and that's what tomorrow is. It's a kindness day, you know, spreading it out. Class 3, and there will be so many more things we'll talk. And then class 4 will be putting it all together, which will be the second week of December. And then we'll have the Facebook group available for you to keep working on these techniques over the time. So here's an example of finding joy homework. I know if we have out-of-town guests coming, we need to start thinking about decluttering our home. So we'll be talking about that the first week. Or you just want to declutter your home a little bit so you can, the more you release, the more you can receive at the time you're ready to receive it. So this is something I'd like you to actually take 1 or 2 things as a homework assignment this week, and we can talk about it next week. And what you will see when we're progressing here. And then the next page is, we'll have, like I said, weekly videos, visualizing on a joyful holiday, practicing a more positive mindset, preparing for parties and holidays. We'll have the private group. And then we have prizes. We have prizes, and we still have 16 people here. So we're gonna have to do the prizes. So, and then we'll have prizes every week. So as we are going through the testimonials here, these are people that are in my life, have been around me, and we work together. I have one of the first prizes. I'll be sending this mug to someone who stayed on here. So, but I see everybody's there. So we're gonna, you got a lot in here. Wow, we have people. Okay, so the first one is for this lovely mug. So I got 2 names here. The winner is Christine. Is Christine still here? Let's see if she's still here. Can I see? She's there! Woohoo! So I'm going to unmute her, and I'm going to see. Did I unmute her? Did I do it? Are you there?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, you're a winner.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. So we'll be sending you. So you need to send me your address, okay?
Absolutely.
So I can send that to you and help you manifest more goodies. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to unmute all, because we're going to need to ask questions here. And then we got someone dancing. Who's singing out there? Oh, I know. I have one. I'm going to mute everybody again. So my other
spend time with us. It's not just that.
So this is for an hour coaching session with me. And so that will be Linda B. So Linda B, here you go. And then the last one is a free prize is for this class. You get to take the class for free for 4 weeks. And so the winner of that is Jamie from Polka Dot. Yay! So the class here is coming up, starts next Monday. It is recorded like this is, so you'll be able to watch this again and see if it's what you want to do. What we'd like you to do is the first, so 12 people who join are going to get a lucky gift. We're going to have water bottles of joy, and I'll tell you my secret name is Joy and why I use it. So you can have actually the cranberry juice or the water bottle vodka or water bottle goodies, and we'll be sending those gifts out to people for the first 12 people who signed up. So when you drink, I will talk about that in the affirmation week of how you'll bring more joy into your life. So my normal coaching price is actually more than this, but over 4 weeks. But what I'm doing is, this is really what I want is people to get involved and be a part of it. So for the next 24 hours, if you sign up, it'll be $249. And after that, it will go up in 24 hours. So if you send me an email or you sign up for the link, which will be in the chat, which Angie is running to the other room to do right now. This takes a team, people. This takes a team. I got Ashley in Texas, and I've got Angie in the room next door to make this all happen. And so we're going to go back to questions here. Let's see here. Where are we at here? Yay, Jamie. So who else? Do we have any questions? Let's see. I think we have the prizes and we have questions. So let me unmute everybody. And I think what we'll do now is stop the recording. So again, if you want to sign up for this and you watch the recording today, which is November 12th, which is a full moon. By the way, it's one of the best days to manifest. Look at my Facebook page or Instagram. I put it up there. We're gonna stop the recording here. I think I'm gonna do it.